Everybody thought Michael Carrick was gonna give this lad a haircut, beat City, beat Arsenal, the two top teams in England. Then Fulham wins 3-2 after blowing the 2-0 lead. Sesko saves it. Then you beat Tottenham, right? Get your revenge from the Europa League final. Now it's just West Ham, relegated side West Ham, where they're sitting in a relegation spot, right? They're 18th. They're bound to get relegated. But they forget Nuno. Nuno always turns up against United and outclassed Michael Carrick's Manchester United, man. 1-1 draw. Sesko saves it at the end. They forgot that this man Nuno was going to have, West Ham playing like 2022 Argentina. Like, Ronaldinho's Brazil. These lads turned up, and people are going to say, oh, yeah, man, they're playing a low block. Lads, if they got a counterattack goal, 1-0, in the 40th minute, right? You really thought West Ham was going to still try to attack. Mate, they are relegated right now. If the season ended today, they're getting relegated. Those 3 points were going to be absolutely crucial for the rest of the season. So they were obviously going to sit back. Sesko ends up getting the goal, ties it 1-1. It's still a decent point considering United is in the top 5 at the moment. But this exposes Michael Carrick because Michael Carrick, like I said, is a moments manager. Tactically, he's not great. Training-wise, he's not great. He's just a banter manager. And I've been saying this lad is no greater than Ole. You're better off with Ole, honestly. And Michael Carrick had been, the absolute beneficiary of the bounce back, which is the players hated the former manager, and he would come in, get a few wins, play how the players want, give them extra time off, did everything what the players did, and prayed you got moments, prayed you got results, and that is what was occurring. And now you've played West Ham. This isn't an emotional game. You're coming in as favorites, not like the Arsenal and City games where it was all to gain, nothing to lose because you weren't expected to win those games. And now when the pressure's on and you're losing 1-0, you saved by a moment. But I hope those days off after the matches, we all know the players are going to be off tomorrow. Hopefully that pays off because you have Palace next. Like I'm saying, Man United right now, currently in 4th place, just drew to West Ham. You would think after beating Arsenal and City, you could easily put away West Ham, but it's not that easy. The next 4 games that United are going to be playing, they have to go to Everton, who have been playing absolutely phenomenal. David Moyes loves himself a little United game. That's going to be a game that they will not win, guaranteed. And then they also play Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace should be a bit easier. Crystal Palace isn't a bad team, but at the end of the day, they did lose tons of players. They're kind of in a dramatic closure of their era. Mateta almost left. The manager is, bound to leave. It's just a lot of chaos going in Crystal Palace. Adam Morton's most likely going to leave at the end of the season. You lost Guehi, like I said. You don't have Olise. You don't have Eze. It's just a problem over there at Crystal Palace. So I think they should be able to win this one, and it's at the Old Trafford. Don't forget, then the following 2 matches, you have to go to Newcastle, which is always difficult to do. And not only that, you have to play Aston Villa. Those 4 games, I'm telling you, they won't get to 6 points. Maximum I see is 5 points. This is where Michael Carrick's dream run is going to be at an end because the pressure is on. You're going to receive Everton, who are playing phenomenal football. I believe Everton will win that match. Then you got to play Palace. I think you win that one. You're not going to beat Newcastle in Newcastle Stadium. And then you're not going to beat Villa. At the end of the day, Man United's run is at the end because, you do beat Arsenal and City. You do beat Fulham. You do beat, Tottenham, but you can't beat West Ham. And this is when the drop-off occurs. They figured you out. They know you're a moments, club. And at the end of the day, if you don't have a moment, you don't have a goal. And that's what's been going on with Man United. This isn't him tactically outplaying Nuno. This isn't him tactically outplaying anybody. It's just the United players themselves coming up with some sort of moment. Bruno Fernandes putting in a ball, or a lucky shot coming in, whatever it may be, and Mbeumo getting the best of defenders making a mistake. That's the way they score. It's not a system. It's none of that. And that's why I've been saying making Michael Carrick permanent manager will literally be the downfall because yes, he comes in and gets you 2-3 games in, he wins a couple games, and then he starts having to sustain that. He's not a consistent manager, and we're about to see in the next 4 games pressure's going to be high. Michael Carrick will be discarded as a candidate because now you have to play proper Premier League sides at a consistent basis. No more 2-3 games and then you're done. They're going to give him the rest of the season, and these 4 games are pivotal. Pivotal, I tell you, because you've already started off on a high. Beating City, beating Arsenal, the 2 top teams, right? And then you still beat Fulham, you still beat Tottenham, you draw to West Ham, and now it's all downwards from there. Because you got to go to Everton. You lose to David Moyes, pressure's on. Get Crystal Palace, maybe you get a win there, but then you have 2 difficult matches in Newcastle away and Aston Villa at home. I'm telling you right now, he is cooked.